MSI Hitlist. It's on the air. Glad you're with us, everyone. Rich Wildman here. This is the Hit List. The Hit List for the month of April, which we do in May, and we're glad you joined us today. We're broadcasting the show live. Of course, MusicSceneInvestigation.com. If you're having problems with the chat room, which some people seem to be, the best thing to do is go to Vaughn TV, where you signed up for the chat, and make sure you're signed in there, and then come back and reload the chat room. That seems to be taking care of it for a lot of people. I don't know why the pop-out chat is having issues, but apparently it is. So just a note there for those that might be having problems. Now, let's get on with everything here. In the last month, the month of April, we had a lot of great music go through the labs, and today you'll be hearing the Song of the Week selections from that month. They are Darren Parry with So Into You, Vipership with Once Upon a Time, along with Skinny Bitches, Just a Little Different, and I'm Just a Toy by Annick Phan. Those are the songs you'll be hearing today, and you'll be hearing from our in-house panelists as they discuss them, and that leads me to the introductions of them. It's Tom Chianti and Ian Husbands. Hey, Tommy, how are you, man? I know you've been taking the month off. Things been going all right?
Yeah, things have been going good. I like the way you configured that. You just flowed real nice in. Oh, look at that. That's a big picture.
You got Mark Lamdansky's name under you.
Yeah, well, you had his name under him, my name under him the other show.
I figured it'd be fair play.
Yeah, I mean, what goes around comes around. So let's go around and come around to the music. Bye.
But no, come on, Tom. You're missing a prime opportunity now to do your best impression of Mark.
No. I don't do impressions. I don't lower myself or the people who I intend to impress.
Oh, come on. Just one impression of Mark, just real quick.
I honestly don't know how to do impressions,
He said he didn't either. But he actually sounded just like you.
Yeah, I heard that. And, when I get to Florida, we'll see if I can sell him some land. At 8 feet.
All right. Well, Tommy, it's great to have you back, and glad to see you still have your sense of humor.
Always, sir.
Ian Husbands, how are you, sir? Things going all right in England?
I've got a bit of a cold, so excuse the stuffy nose tonight.
Well, it happens.
I've been a cold.
That's Tommy doing his impression of Ian with a cold.
It sounded like Tommy.
You kind of sound like Tommy right now.
You do?
Okay. I mean, I can talk like that all night if you want me to.
I don't know what that was. What was that?
That was my iPad. It's very rarely with me, and I've realised I've left the noises on.
And who's calling you at this hour?
I have no idea. I'll sort that out in a second.
It is rather late. What is that, Tom?
How do I get my music and not my music, my alerts and tones to vocalize on my iPhone?
I think we need to have another show for that. I mean, after all, we are here for the hit list today, and maybe I could hook you up with the tech guy.
Yeah, because but we did one update on this thing, and all my settings reset themselves, and
Do you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity to take a public whinge, and I've got an iPhone 4S which I've been using for years, and it's been brilliant. And recently it started not turning itself. Well, it won't turn off, so you power it off, and it powers itself back on again. The sound comes on and off, on and off, on and off, and the battery sometimes will last a day and a half, sometimes will last about 8 hours. So, yes. Rant over.
TheTechGuy.com is where you need to go, guys. That's just all there is to it.
Anyway, do you like my new T-shirt?
I do. What does it say? We can't really read it.
Zwoosh. and other sorts of bam and bap and bop.
I can tell it's a Batman shirt.
Batman, indeed.
And I know that Batman is also Tommy's favorite comic.
No.
You are Batman.
I am Batman.
You're the Dark Knight.
It's comic. My life is a comic.
Your life is that of Bruce Wayne's.
Yeah, right? You
You're a reclusive billionaire and no one knows it.
Yeah, especially in the money part.
All right. Ian, so you got a cold, you got a Batman shirt on. Other than that, things are going well, I take it.
Yeah, lots on. I'm working on a lyric video for something of my own for a change, which is quite nice.
That's very unusual, too.
It is, yeah. Times have been busy, so it's nice to sort of be able to sort of get back to doing some work on our album and our projects. So, yeah, new lyric video coming from us soon, which is looking rather smart.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad that you are both here. Unfortunately, Robert Lindquist with the Live to Play Network, who normally sits in with us on the hit list, is unable to join us. He has a prior commitment that he has to maintain, so we wish him the best in everything, obviously, and congratulations to his daughter, too, who is graduating college. Believe it or not, it's amazing how quick kids grow.
We knew her when she was, well, we haven't even, I don't even know her, to be honest, but good luck, and I hope she's done well.
Yeah, I'm sure she has.
And you know, kids, they grow so fast, you just add a little water and stand back.
That's true. Add water. It's true. It really is.
Dehydrated children.
Yeah, you can get them in a bag at the Home Depot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right next to the lawn.
Well, no, you can get them at Walmart, but they grow up into small, genius Chinese children.
Oh, no, you did not do that. Send your cards and letters too. Well, you know where. You've sent enough of them. You know exactly where they need to go. All right, gentlemen, we have 4 songs to listen to on the hit list today. I submit to you that we should get started with song number 1. As I mentioned earlier, these songs are Song of the Weeks from our previous month, and as such in the hit list, they're competing against each other this month, and they are going for what, Ian?
A prize.
That's exactly right. Prize and PR package. Prize and PR package from our partners over the Live to Play Network, Sound Pro Live, Butterflies Radio, and Indie Music Bus. And I tell you what, if I were a music kind of guy submitting music to MSI, I hope I would win.
See, you're asking the wrong guy. We need Robert for the full answer on that one.
I know, we do. We do. And I'm sure Robert will let us know, and we in turn will let our hit list winner know as well.
But we have been sending out some great microphones and bits and pieces like that to our winners, and we've had lots of good feedback on them, so look out for something good.
That's very true. And of course, something good also extends to the fact that our hit list winner will also be automatically in the nomination and running for our Artist of the Year, which takes place next January. So that'll be a lot of fun as well. So, gentlemen, that being said, let's give a listen to Darren Parry's song, So Into You, is our first song on the hit list today. Here it is, everybody. Enjoy. Darren Parry with So Into You.
Wanna get down to the heart of the matter, but don't wanna mince my words or just flatter. You dance it provocatively like you're so free. Just give me a sign, let me know
was So Into You by Darren Parry as the first song on the hit list today. Ian Husbands, what are you thinking about Darren Parry hearing it again, sir?
Yeah, again, it's a strong track, isn't it? I don't know, hearing it again, a lot more elements came in. Stuff like, who the band that done Cuddly Toy, Roachford. And a bit of Dire Straits in there as well. And there's lots of elements of these sort of great bands. You know, I think that shines through in the songwriting and the performances. Still think that mix is a little bit lacking bottom end, a bit weak in the bottom end department. But otherwise, it's very well done, very well produced, and some great performances as well.
All right, and Tommy, how about you? Second time around for you as well. What do you think?
I think this is the first time. I think I was out that first week in April.
Okay, well, tell me what you think about it then.
This is great. I like it. I have issues with the mix. Something about the snare and the shuffle beat going on. But the Eagles come to mind for me.
Yeah, I hear that.
And there's just a lot going for this. You know, this may not make it in the big Northeast, but I can really hear this, you know, anywhere west of Pennsylvania, really hitting it big.
All right, well, that's fair enough. Now, my thoughts on this, as I'm going to be sitting on the panel during the hit list for you guys, is one of the things, now, it could be me here, because I'm an old man, I'm a little bit deaf in my left ear here, is the fact that I think the voice sits out a little bit far in front of the music for my tastes. You know, I think the lyric is solid. I like the hooky verse. You know, he really punches that "so into you" home. I also thought the bridge going into the solo was very cool and very well done. I like that he kept the solo short and sweet, and the way he built at the end really hit home with me as well. I thought it was a great track.
Yes, it is.
I think Tommy's right. I think it could be a hit west of Pennsylvania and east of, Colorado, Tommy, would you say?
Nah, take it all the way to the other side.
I don't think California would like it, though.
Well, then, maybe Northern California.
Okay, guys, Northern California I'll go for.
Guys.
Yeah.
There's more than just America, you know.
Well, how would it go over in Europe there, Ian?
I think, as I said, I think it's got a good vibe. I think it's a slight 80s vibe in here, which, you know, I think 80s is coming back. People are going to want to hear a bit of that sort of 80s sort of singer-songwriter, acoustic-y sort of stuff. It's coming back. All the Chesney Hawks and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Again, that was Darren Parry, So Into You. That was from 6th of April, 2014. We had James Anderson on our panel that week. And coming up is song number 2. This is Vipership with Once Upon a Time. So let's give a listen to Vipership right now on the hit list with Once Upon a Time. Enjoy it, everyone. That is Vipership with Once Upon a Time on the hit list. And I'm going to start with Tommy this time around. Tommy, Vipership to you, my friend. What do you think?
I think I owe the band an apology. I listened to a different mix of this on their website. I think it was a video mix. And I keep forgetting that people sometimes send us songs in progress.
Right.
And the video mix was obviously further along, and I really loved that. And so, with that in mind, I have a new feeling about this song. I really, really like it. Everybody loved it on that show. That I do remember, and I was the one dissenting vote. But, they made the vocals much more coherent and tightened the whole mix up. And it really hit home. So, good job.
Now, of course, one thing that everybody needs to remember about MSI is our panelists hear the song one time and one time only, and they hear what is sent in by the artist. Our panel doesn't have the opportunity to go out and research an artist prior to hearing what they're hearing, and they don't even know what they're going to hear before they hear it on the live broadcast. So Tommy, having heard this song after it was remixed, means that he took it upon himself to go out after a broadcast and research an artist. So kudos to Tommy on that. Ian, how about you hearing Vipership this time around? You're muted, I think, Ian. I cannot hear you.
Are we back?
Yes, you are back.
I've still got a lot of time for this band, to be honest. I like this track, even with the mix as it is. I agree with Tom. It could do with some tightening in places, but I think this is a well produced and very well put together song. Just different, quirky. It's got an edge to it that's I don't know, it's got kind of that lounge feel with a bit of Bjork thrown in for good measure. And I've done a bit of research on these. I think they're Spanish. I said there was a European influence in there, and I think they're a Spanish band. And really do enjoy the listen.
They're from Madrid, I think, right? And did you say that they put a Bjork in there?
A Bjork.
No, Bjork.
It's got kind of it's got that sort of quirkiness of Bjork in there in a sort of a more lounge way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree.
All right, and my thoughts on, I like this mix, guys. I maybe it's me and my hearing, but I really like the mix. I also think that Ian is right. It has an interesting sound to it. I like the idea of Bjork. To me, the music stylings and the backing vocals and the smoothness of it kind of remind me of the Moody Blues back from the late 60s, early 70s. And I think Bjork doing the lead on a Moody Blues track maybe is what it reminds me of. Would be very cool. One of the things that I think that would be very cool, actually. I would like to see more instruments in this and a little bit more movement in the music, though. I think that may be one of the drawbacks for me on this track. Other than that, I really enjoy the track. I think it's a great track to relax to.
There we go.
And
there you have
it. You guys should jinx each other, then, just
a great track to relax to. What any band wants to put that on the back of their on their album cover. Quote, a great track to relax to. Rich Wildman. I
would rather put that than a parental warning because of profanity and things like that. Explicit lyrics. I'd rather put a great track to relax to than explicit lyrics.
Well, you could always put a great track to have pizza with.
There you go.
A great track to swear to.
There you go. And we go to number 3 now?
We can go to number 3 now, indeed. Let's go to track number 3. Track number 3 is a track from a group called Skinny Bitches. And Skinny...
All right.
Pardon me?
All right.
Yeah, great track.
Let's keep saying it.
A great track for profanity, I guess. No, Skinny Bitches, the song is called Just a Little Different. This track was Song of the Week from the 20th of April, 2014 when Nick Andrews was our guest panelist on the broadcast. Let's take a listen to it right now. Just a little different with Skinny Bitches on the hit list. Here it is, everyone. Enjoy.
Guitar, some vino, venga conmigo. I don't swim in the currents for life or assurance. My suitcase is barren, it's clothes that I'm wearing is all I believe in. No purpose, just freedom. So keep your convictions, not knowing his wisdom is take enough to give away. It's take enough to give away. Illusions, professionals, I'm heart-sick and vengeance. My old school's preparing, but disappointing our parents. The grown man in ripped jeans, no more. Family, little crown on your seat, 'cause coolness is a currency. Keep your convictions, not knowing his wisdom. It's take enough to give away. It's take enough to give away. See, you got no peace is what I need. It's just a little different. 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 Shootings and fighting like soft drugs and tight jeans. The house band my favors, so this gon' get famous. We pop things on delay like setups and screenplays in our school. Girl weekends that come with prescriptions. Sit in my favors, pinstripes and blazers. We'll make enough to give away, make enough to give away. See, you got no peace is what I need. It's just a little different. 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 I got enough to give away. It's just a little different. 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 It's just a little different.
That's just a little different from the Skinny Bitches on the hit list for the month of May. And again, that song was from our Song of the Week, April 20th, and Nick Andrews was our guest panelist. Gentlemen, the thing I like about this is that it has so many different styles of music in it, from my perspective anyway. I mean, it reminds me of the Go-Go's, REM, a little bit of the Beatles tossed in with it, some of the way the melody lines flowed, especially the opening, remind me of that. I think that's some very cool stuff, in my opinion. I like the dynamics of the music too, although I wish that the mix were a little bit harsher. It seemed a little soft to me. Tommy, what do you think about this track, hearing it again?
Where is the bass? I love everything about it except I didn't hear the bass, and this is a very current, edgy track. It is very current, and it's just with the bottom end tight and the mix done right. It's a very well done track, and it is very, very current. So I like it. I like it a lot.
All right. Thank you, Tommy. Over to Ian. Ian, your thoughts on this one again?
Right. I do like this track, but I think they got the dynamics the wrong way round. I do. You know, you've got that nice teasing intro and verse where it's sort of building slowly, and then just when you want it to really punch in, like it does at the end, it gives a tiny bit more. and then it builds a little bit more, and then it gives a tiny bit more again, and it never really flies until the end of the song, and that's where I want to hear it. I want to hear the Foo Fighters doing this song, because they'd keep that sort of intro and that first verse on that down, and then they'd kick that second verse right into up the backside, basically, and really power that track through, using the sort of lower dynamic parts where the instrumentation is dropping down and dropping out to more effect, if that makes sense.
Steal a page from Billy Idol's Book of Dynamics.
Yeah, totally. I think it just needs that punkier, harder edge to it. I really think there's a great song here. I just think it's too on the low and should be more on the up. You know, it's got that flying potential at the end. Love that outro, really, really good. But make more use of them big guitars and really sort of up that sort of power a little bit earlier on in the song.
All right, that makes sense to me as well. Thanks to Skinny Bitches and their track, Just a Little Different. The last song on the hit list today that we're going to be listening to is from the last week of April. Sam Kelly was on the show with us that week. And again, I'm getting some people in the on Twitter telling me they can't get into the chat room. Again, if you're having problems getting into the chat room, my suggestion, go to vonlive.tv, and once you're logged in there, come back and try to get into the chat room that way. There seems to be some issue with that login over at Vaughn Live, and apparently that's the only way it solves itself. Sorry about that.
As far for video, we got no video in the past 15 minutes.
In the past 15 minutes. Now, I know the video has been coming in and going out. I see it just started up about a minute ago. So if you're having issues with video, reload the screen. That's the best thing I can tell you. And if it's going gaga on you, head over to MSI Radio. We are simulcasting there as always. Now, back to the 27th of April, our last song of the week of the month of April. Sam Kelly was on the panel with us, and the song of the week that week was called I'm Just a Toy by Annick Phan, and we're going to take a listen to that right now as the hit list goes on. This is I'm Just a Toy on the hit list.
Blinded by your metaphors for the way that you felt. You played me like a fool, so well played, you drew me in. I believed your words, your lies. In the end, I let you in. I should be used to games when I'm the perfect toy. Always taken for a spin and tossed around for joy. This feeling is all too familiar with the same destined end. And when the playtime is over, I'm thrown away again. My biggest flaw is I trust too easily. I seem to disregard my head. I could see the signs from the start, but I chose to ignore them instead. I should be used to games when I'm the perfect toy. Always taken for a spin and tossed around for joy. All too familiar with the same destined end. And when playtime is over, you're thrown away again. The game you played wasn't fair. You were the only one who knew the rules.
That's Annick Phan with I'm Just a Toy as the last song on this month's hit list. Before we make a Band of the Month selection, let's hear what Ian and Tom think about this one. Ian, how about you? What do you think about Annick Phan's I'm Just a Toy?
Look, putting aside the mix and the production, obviously, on this, you know, this is a great effort. Really do like her voice. And lyrically, I think she's rather interesting as well. I think I said at the time, this needs her to take this to someone with better facilities and better skills than she's got to start getting this down properly.
That's true. I remember you saying those very things. Tommy, how about you?
Yeah, this was the show where they fired all the producers. Right? We had a couple other songs where it was just a guitar and voice. This is, you know, it's a great song. She's got a very nice, powerful voice. And I think, like Ian said, you know, if you can't afford or you don't have a band and you can't afford a producer or whatever, you know, join one of those sites where people will just, you know, collaborate with you and get some guitars and a bass, of course, and live drums and background harmonies and kick it around. And because there's so many different ways it could go. And that's what we had said. It's a strong song. It just needs to be produced.
All right. Now, you know, my thoughts on this are totally different than anything you guys ever think. I like the simplistic production of this. One of the things I didn't like from an instrumental production perspective on this particular track is the fact that those guitar runs got terribly repetitive. I wish they'd have put a bass in the track instead of those ding, 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 ding runs on the guitar in the background. I liked the mix myself. I liked the way the voice stood out a little bit. It was simple. It worked with the track. I just would have rather heard something other than the guitar runs on it, in my opinion. But, you know, not a bad track overall. All four of the tracks we heard, I think, are great. So that takes us to the point where we have to decide on a Band of the Month, gentlemen. And to make sure we're all on equal footings, I'll give us all the same size video now. And tell me what you think. What do you think for a Band of the Month selection? We got 4 to choose from with, of course, Annick Phan's I'm Just a Toy, Darren Parry's So Into You, Vipership, Once Upon a Time, and Skinny Bitches Just a Little Different. What are your thoughts, gentlemen?
Well,
it's a tough one.
It is a tough one. I mean,
I'll make mine first if you want.
Go on then.
Take a little of the heat off of you. One of the things I like about the song I'm picking is that it reminds me of so many different things going on from a lot of the music that I like to listen to. A lot of the music I like to listen to is when I listen to music, which isn't as much as I'd like, are some of the very smooth sounds and melodies and the way things mix of the 70s. So I'm gonna pick Vipership. I think Vipership's track is one that kind of speaks to me. It really does. It stands out for me, and I like it. So Once Upon a Time by Vipership is my thought.
Tommy,
I'm still thinking.
So am I. Right, I'm going to rule out Annick Phan just because, obviously, up against the 3 other tracks, with the lack of production, it's not standing up to the other 3. The rest is really is down to taste. Do you know what? As much as I would like to hear the Foo Fighters do it, I'm going to go with song number 3.
All right, so you're going to go with, let's see, which one was song number 3?
Skinny Bitches, Just a Little Different.
That's right. All right, Skinny Bitches is Ian's vote then, and now it's up to Tommy. Tommy.
I said it was, you know, now that Ian has thrown his glove in, I did say that's current. I mean, number 1 is just a great feel-good song. It's just a great... I like that. And number 2 is very unique and original. But as far as currency, and number 3, needs. Just so we don't have to go to anybody, I'll go with it. No. I said it was current, and it just needed a remix with the bass in it, a little bit more driving. And that would really go.
All right.
Number 1, I said, you got to go west of Philadelphia.
That's true. You did. That's true. So your take is just a little different with Skinny Bitches as well, then.
Yes.
All right. Well, there you have it. I am outnumbered, which is fine. I don't mind because I don't know anything anyway. I get outnumbered every week. Skinny Bitches is our band of the month with their track Just a Little Different. That'll be going into the play as a nominee for our Artist of the Year. Again, that's taking place in January. So congratulations to Skinny Bitches. We appreciate their being a part of MSI. And of course, if you want your music on Music Scene Investigation, it's very easy to do. Go to musicsceneinvestigation.com and you can submit it there at the top of the page where it says submit a song. How simple could it be, right? And of course, we do our live show every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Our hit list broadcast is the second Wednesday of the month every month. And that's where we find out what song and artist will make that Band of the Month contest win. Very cool stuff.
Band of the Month.
All right.
Leave it to Paul McCartney. Actually, no.
Yeah. Well, Fall can do whatever he wants. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, Ian, I've got a bookmark to share with you. Apparently, there's some conspiracy theorists. And I don't mind that this goes out over the air because apparently there's a conspiracy theorist that believes he traveled into a different timeline. And in that timeline, the Beatles were still around and still making music. And he stole a bootleg tape of one of their current albums of the time that he was in the timeline and brought it back with him. And he put the music online. So I want you to listen to it and tell me what you think of it.
Have you send me a link?
I will. I've got a link to it.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued to hear.
Yeah, I am too. I haven't listened to it because I'm like scared it's got subliminal messages.
Maybe we could do a special MSI show and take 3 of the tracks and review them.
We'll have to contact the guy who stole the tape to see if we can do that. But
or the Beatles in the other timeline.
Yeah, since he stole it from a different timeline or a different universe, I guess it doesn't really matter. But, just to be fair.
Well, we'll have to have a listen.
Yeah, I thought you might be intrigued by that. All right, so thanks for everybody being here. Sorry about some of the issues we were having. I do know that the video connection to our CDN has dropped out and popped back up a couple of times, but you can catch us in the entirety and hear everything we had to say about the songs that appeared on this month's hit list. In the recording, both audio and video are available on MusicSceneInvestigation.com as well. Of course, if you're hearing this, you're probably already listening to that, so I don't know why I'm saying that.
And you can check us out on YouTube, and you can check us out on Facebook, and you can check us out on Twitter, and various other places across the interweb.
Absolutely.
The uniform SCSI connection.
Yes, you have to have never mind. Anyway, thanks for being here, everybody. We're going to let you go as we play out with Just a Little Different, our Band of the Month, Skinny Bitches, right here on the hit list. Be sure to join us again next month when we do it all over again. Of course, you can join us earlier. This Sunday, Andrea Bensmiller from the Live to Play Network will be joining us on MSI.
This Sunday, Rich will be making loads of mistakes because there's a female on the panel on MSI.
I will.
And I won't be here on MSI because technically I'm still off.
That's right. So, see you this Sunday, everybody. Thanks for being with us.
See you Sunday.
Then.
Bye.
Guitar, some vino, convenga, conmigo. I don't swim in the currents for life or assurance. My suitcase is barren, it's clothes that I'm wearing is all I believe in. No purpose, just freedom. So keep your convictions, not knowing is wisdom. It's take enough to give away, it's take enough to give away. Illusions, professionals, heart-set convention. My old school's preparing for discipline of parents. Grown man and ripped jeans, no more. Family, little crayon on your sink, 'cause coolness is a currency. Keep your convictions, not knowing is wisdom. It's take enough to give away, it's take enough to give away. So you got no peace, is what I need. It's just a little different. 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 Cities inviting like soft drugs and tight jeans. The house band my favor, so this gon' get famous. Hot pins on delay, like set up some screenplays in our school. Girl weekends that come with prescriptions. Sitting